May 21st is the day I debuted as a VTuber, and since then I've made so many new friends and grew as a streamer. So what better way to celebrate the 1 year anniversary than to get a new model for myself? And also another 12-hour stream because I have no self-control. This stream is going to be separated into 2 parts. First part is going to be my presentation, and the second part is when I play games with my friends. Anyways, enjoy! Hi, it is I. It's your girl, Skinny Penis. Let's go! Hello! You know what the best part about this model is? Give me a second. It's full body! I have feet! I have leggies! Look at that! Look, I'm finally free to steal your toes. Alright, are you guys ready for this PowerPoint presentation? Get your listening ears and your listening eyes on. Yui. Not so say-so degenerate cat girl. That is how I label myself. The not so say-so degenerate cat girl. I know they look cute and adorable, but I am anything but. Hang on, I think that's... no! Back! Ignore that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, ignore that. Fuck. Scuff. No. Fuck. Well, you know what they say. It's not a Yui stream if there isn't a little bit of scuff. My name is Yui Nyanpasu. Yes, that is why my channel name is, Nyanpasu, because that's my last name. My gender, I identify as a demigirl, which means I am mostly female, but sometimes I like to be non-binary, and that's okay. My pronouns are she, they. My sexuality, I am polyamorous biromantic demisexual, which means polyamorous means that I love multiple people, but right now I only love one person, and that's Rainbow. Hi, Rainbow. And I'm biromantic, which means I like men and like women. I don't really care for gender too much, but I have a higher preference for dudes, so that's why I say I'm bi instead of pan. And I identify as demisexual, which means sometimes, yes, despite me being a degenerate, I have my limits. So, like, 1 minute I'm just like, hey, let's fuck, man. But most of the time I'm just like, can we talk first? My species, I am a Nakomimi, or a cat girl for you degenerates. Alright, my birthday, October 27th, 4 days before Halloween, and here's a little fun fact for y'all. My exact date and year of birth is when Lion King 2 came out. So literally, the day I was born was everybody's furry awakening. My height, I am 5'1". I am very short, but you guys are not allowed to make fun of me for my height. If you do, you will get banned. I'm just kidding, don't get banned. A few words to describe me. Degenerate. As you can see in the first slide, I am a degenerate. I cannot go 5 seconds without making a lewd joke. I am a gremlin, not a goblin. Do not listen to what certain people say. I am a gremlin, not goblin. Do not get those two mixed up. I am very hyper. As you guys can hear, I have no filter. I am very high energy when it comes to streaming, unless I get those low days, but don't be surprised about that. I am very clingy. As soon as I make a friend, I will cling to them because friends are great. And I love you guys, my lovely friends who are in chat. I love you guys. No homo. Well, some homo with Rainbow, but no homo. And a dumbass. I am very stupid. I barely graduated high school. I am a diggity dumbass, as y'all will. Snip, motherfucker. You forgot to throw brat in the words to describe you. Shut up, Nixie. Bottom. Shut up, Myth. Cling to me. Myth, I will gladly cling to you. If we ever meet, I will cling to you. Trust me. I got new lore. So pay attention to the lore. In 2012, I was created as a character from an anime called Nyanpasu, which is why my last name is called Nyanpasu. And it was in 2012 because that's when moe anime was in its peak, around the late 2000s, early 2010s. In case you're wondering, Yui, why haven't I heard about this anime called Nyanpasu? The anime was canceled mid-production, and because of that, I was locked in a computer for nearly 10 years. I know, insane. I don't know how I managed to survive. I had to eat viruses in order to survive, which is why I'm a degenerate. But a power surge happened, and I was free from the computer, making me a real person. Yes, cat ears and all. I don't know how it happened, don't question it, it is anime. I currently live in Akihabara due to the amount of cosplayers making it easy for me to blend in and not cause suspicion, because, you know, it's Akihabara. Tons of cosplayers in Akihabara. It's just a lot. So, you know, if you see a random girl with cat ears, you won't even question it, because it's just me. It's like Gravity Falls' Giffany. Yeah, pretty much. Like Giffany, pretty much. Except I'm not a yandere. Or am I? And I work at a maid cafe every day and do streaming on the side. Hey, who knows? Maybe one day you guys can see me in a maid costume. Wink, wink. Alright, my likes and dislikes. Here are the things that I like and dislike. I love animation. Whether it's like anime or like animated movies or animated TV shows, I am very passionate about animation. Like, ask me about my favorite animated movies and I will go on a tangent. I love it. I just love animation. Animation pretty. I love it. Obviously, I love anime and manga because of my lore and my character. But I will get to my favorites pretty soon. I love video games. I'll get to my favorite video games soon. I like cats. I love cats. Obviously, if I didn't love cats, I wouldn't be a cat girl. Duh. Dead memes. Yes, I like memes, but most of the memes I like are dead. Like, literally my favorite meme is Uganda Knuckles, so, yeah. There's that. Japanese food! As you heard in the VTuber introduction, my favorite Japanese food is gyoza, and my favorite drink is strawberry ramen. Just Japanese food slaps, dude. They have a way of making, fish, taste delicious, man. Like, I don't usually like fish. That's one of my dislikes right there. I'll get that in a minute. But Japanese food has a way of making it, like, not taste or smell like fish. I like drinking, obviously. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing, drunk Fall Guys later. I love drinking. I love going out and partying or just drinking with friends, but I'm a social drinker, so I only drink with people. I don't know if y'all know this, but I love the color pink. I like pink. It's a good color, obviously. Yeah. If I wasn't pink, I'd be purple. Because purple's a good color too, but it's not as good as pink. Warm weather! I love warm weather. I love feeling warm and toasty, even in the summer. I love warm weather so much that I even sleep without an AC on in the summer, because that's how much I love the warm weather. Horror movies. I love horror movies. Despite my cutesy exterior, I love horror movies. Not so much horror games, but horror movies just hit different, dude. I think I have a couple of my favorite horror movies in a couple other slides, you'll see in a little bit. And I love cherry blossoms and roses. I was gonna put in, like, my favorite flower, and I couldn't decide between either cherry blossoms because that's my brand, or roses because I love roses, so I just put in both. I love flowers, but I love cherry blossoms and roses. My dislikes. I don't like my body. Like, at all. Like, I have really bad body dysmorphia, and it's a bitch to deal with sometimes. Like, I'm working on, like, improving my body, like, weight-wise. But I know there's, like, some things about my body I can't change, like my voice. I mean, I don't like my voice now because obviously I'm sick, but I don't like my voice at all. I hate that I can't sound adorable or like a girl. But yeah, my body dysmorphia is a bitch, but that doesn't mean y'all should hate your bodies. Y'all should love yourselves, because if you don't love yourselves, I will deck you. I will deck you if you do not love yourselves. I do not like the cold. Winter is my least favorite month. Despite Christmas being my favorite holiday, I do not like the cold at all. I hate feeling cold. Not gonna lie, deep voice women got me bussin'. What do you mean by that? I love the cold. You can always put on more clothes. Summer, you can never escape the heat. That's true, but plus summer reminds me I don't have to work for a few months. I always have good memories of summer, but not really much of, like, winter besides Christmas. I do not like lasagna. I don't like the noodles that are used. I don't like the cheese, and Garfield knows what he did. Yeah, if you're watching this, Garf, I know what you did. I do not like homophobia or transphobia. Obviously, I am literally on the LGBT community. I am literally sort of trans with me being a demigirl. If anybody is homophobic or transphobic in my Twitch chat, you will be banned. You do not tolerate that here. And neither do we tolerate ableism. Yes, I talk about me being on the spectrum, but please do not treat me any different. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of people with autism say that, but please do not treat me any different. It's something I'm just trying to, like, slowly grasp. Like, no, I mean, I've always knew that I was autistic, but it's just something that I'm, like, trying to, like, be more proud of, you know? Be more accepting of with myself, because I've always hated myself for being on the spectrum. But now I'm just like, who cares? I'm cool. As you saw in my VTuber self-intro, I do not like being alone. The next two things, being alone and Igor, are part of my phobias. I have really bad monophobia, and whenever I'm alone, I'm fine with being alone as long as I have something playing in the background whenever I'm doing something. Unless I'm, like, sleeping. Because if I don't have something playing in the background, I will get really anxious. Like, really, really anxious. So I need something playing in the background, or I need to be watching something if I'm not sleeping. So yeah, monophobia is a bitch. And I do not like Igor. And this is for a really stupid reason. When I was a kid, I would have to go to the doctor's, and the doctor's office would always have a poster that showed what the inside of an eye would look like, and that just always fucked with me. That's why I don't like Igor or anything involving like eyes. Except for like when it came to Saw, since I've seen those movies like 1,000 times. So, yeah. Being alone and Igor, just, yeah. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. Censorship. I do not like censorship at all. Censorship is weird, it's bad, and I should allow to have free speech in my Twitch channel. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna say anything offensive, obviously. I just don't like being told what I can or can't say. Like, my chat, my rules. My channel, my rules. I can say what I want, I can do what I want, because I'm a bad bitch. Because I remember when I first started streaming, I had people come and say like, oh, you shouldn't curse so much. And I'm just like, hee hee, fuck word, go brr. And I don't like fish. Yes, I'm a cat girl who does not like fish. It is strange, I know. Very, very strange. It's part of my, me being picky with food, with me being on the spectrum. I don't like the smell of fish. I don't like the taste of fish. I just don't like fish. Except for, like, shrimp, if it's cooked, and takoyaki, and okonomiyaki. My favorite media! Finally, I can go off about my interests. My top favorite anime is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. As you can see in, like, my previous background, you saw a lot of Dragon Maid posters. I love Dragon Maid. It's so cute and adorable and funny. Yes, it's questionable at some times, especially with Luca, but comfort anime go brrr. I love Kana. We do not lewd Kana here. If anybody lewds Kana here, you will get banned. Another anime I love, Magical Girl Raising Project. It's kind of not really well known. It's basically like a Magical Girl death game anime, and it didn't really do well apparently for some reason, but I love the outro song, and I love the Magical Girl designs, and I love the concept, and how each girl has like different powers. But if you want to see like a Magical Girl death game, I highly recommend Magical Girl Raising Project. It's really good. Yurikuma Arashi, probably one of my favorite romance anime, and also one of my favorite LGBTQ anime. It's a pretty anime, but it's also very confusing. Like, it's literally just an anime about lesbian magical girl bears. And the intro slaps, even though Cece said that sounds like girls moaning. It does not. It's just a really pretty intro. These next two are, like, my favorite comedy anime, but for different reasons. Aho Girl. I love that anime. I relate so much to the main character, because she's an idiot dumbass girl, and I love her. I really want to show my friends Aho Girl because it's so fucking funny and underrated. No one ever talks about it. If you want like a funny like comedy anime that's random about a dumbass girl, I recommend Aho Girl. And Asabi Asabase. It also has random humor, but it's about like these like 3 girls that start like a random club and just play random games. Like the animation's so good and the facial expressions are hilarious. I highly recommend Asabi Asabase too. Spy Family. It's like the newest entry on this list, but I love Spy Family. I've been watching that with Rainbow, and I love it so much. Anya is Bimpy. I want to protect her, and I am in love with Yor Briar, Yor Folger, my beloved. Please, step on me, queen. I beg of you. Onegaishimasu. Please, queen. Please, let me take your hand in marriage. I will treat you right. Attack on Titan. Probably one of my founding anime, believe it or not. Yeah. Attack on Titan was one of my founding anime. Not the first anime I discovered, but it's a founding one. Rewatching, like, the newest seasons this year, it's just felt so nostalgic. Like, it's hard to believe, like, everything is, like, happening in the anime, and just, bruh. I love the music involved, especially the intros. My War's my favorite intro, but Rumbling's my second favorite intro. And Eren Yeager is my husband. Back off, bitches. He is mine. Angel Beats. Angel Beats is the anime that made me cry the most, and it's the reason why I go by Yui. You will see why in a little bit. But Angel Beats is a really good, sad anime. It will make you cry. Yeah. If you want, like, a good anime that has, like, good feels, beautiful animation, and gorgeous music, I highly recommend Angel Beats. Konosuba! My favorite isekai anime, even though it's just a parody of isekai anime. I love Konosuba. It's so funny. I remember seeing, like, that one movie in theaters. It was great. I love it. I love Konosuba so much. And Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon, but I love the manga more. It's just a good manga, good series. I love Sailor Moon. Alright, my favorite manga. My favorite manga of all time is Goodnight Poon Poon. I love like pretty much most works by Inio Asano, but Goodnight Poon Poon is my favorite series. It has such a unique art style. The main character looks so different compared to everyone else. And just, I love how it's mostly about existentialism and like going through life and how shitty life is. I love it. A Silent Voice. Yes, I know there's a movie for A Silent Voice, but I love the manga more because it goes into a lot more detail about Shoko's backstory. So A Silent Voice, I love. The movie's great, but the manga is better. Uzumaki. I love Junji Ito's works, but my favorite of his works has to be Uzumaki. It's so fucked up, and the art style is amazing, and to anybody who wants to get into horror, like, manga, I always recommend Uzumaki, or anything by, like, Junji Ito, but mainly Uzumaki. And I can't wait for Adult Swim to make that short series about it. I can't wait. My Androgynous Boyfriend. It's this really wholesome romance anime about this dude. He's a social media influencer, and he's an androgynous boy. And he's dating this girl who's very plain looking, but those two are so lovey-dovey and it's adorable. They're always praising about how cute the other is. And if you want a good romance manga, I highly recommend My Androgynous Boyfriend. Like, there's no build up to the romance, they're just already dating, and it's great. It does show, like, how, like, they got together, but still, they're already together and they're dating and they're adorable. Like, if I had to describe the couple as, like, one meme, you know that meme with, like, the girl sitting on top of her girlfriend while doing her makeup? It's like that, but the straight version. Sailor Moon. As much as I love the Sailor Moon anime, the manga is better. I will always say that. Like, I know Sailor Moon's Crystal is based off the manga, but still, I just tend to like manga more than anime, to be honest, sometimes. So the Sailor Moon manga is better than the anime. Ouran High School Host Club. I didn't really watch much of Ouran, believe it or not, but I watched a couple episodes of it, but everyone's like saying like, oh, read the manga, it's always better. And I did. I am reading the manga, and it's really good. Another manga I love is Dead Dead Demons Destruction. Yep, that's literally the title. It's another manga that's written by the same author who made Goodnight Poon Poon. It's about like this city that has like an alien spaceship like hovering above it, but despite that, everyone just goes about their daily lives like ignoring it. And it's basically like the same thing as like Goodnight Poon Poon, with like people growing up, like going through relationships, etc. Another manga I love is Azumanga Daioh. Yeah, there's an anime, but I couldn't really find the anime like anywhere, so I just went with reading the manga, and the manga is really good. I love it. I love the part with like Chio's dad showing up, where he's like, "Hello everybody, how are you? I wish I was a bird." Oh my god. Komi-san can't communicate. Okay, confession, I've only read like the first volume of Komi-san, but I love it. I know the anime is out now, but I want to keep reading the manga since I already got the first book. I love Komi-san. She is Bibi, who must be protected. And I love the one non-binary character. They're really funny. And I love how the English dub uses they, them pronouns for them. You gotta love that. You love to see it. And finally, Alice in the Country of Hearts. It's basically a manga, a harem manga about Alice, like Alice in Wonderland, but everybody's in love with Alice, even the Queen of Hearts. She's a lesbian. And I've always had a crush on the Cheshire Cat guy. I mean, obviously, because, you know, cat. Now, my favorite music. I think it's obvious what I said from the VTuber intro. I love Vocaloid. My top 3 producers are Kikuo, Pinocchio P, and Michiem. I love Melanie Martinez. I love her music because it's like really interesting sounding, and it's not boring like most of today's music. My favorite song by her is probably High School Sweethearts. Yeah, High School Sweethearts is my favorite song by her. Billie Eilish. I still need to listen to her new songs, not gonna lie, but I remember I had a Billie Eilish phase for a little bit. My favorite song by her is either Bad Guy or Lovely, I think it is. Lovejoy. Lovejoy is a band started by Wilbur Sut, who is well known for being part of the Dream SMP, but his music's really good. Gorillaz. Yep, I love Gorillaz. I got into them like back in high school, and my favorite song by them is Dawn Chromatic, but Saturn's Bars is a close second since that's what got me into the group. My favorite album is either Demon Days or Humans. I know everyone says that Demon Days is the best one, but I like Humans a bit more because that's like the album that made me discover him. Yep, I love Corpse Husband. Love him. He is daddy. I love him. I love his music so much. Kiari Pami Pami, the Queen of Harajuku. She was one of the Japanese artists I listened to like back when I started getting into Japanese music and anime. My favorite song by her is probably Ninja Bang Bang. Yeah, that or Pum Pum Pum, because that one's a classic, obviously. BTS. I haven't listened to much BTS because the K-pop stands are, like, ruthless. But I got into BTS before it was cool. Ugh. And my favorite song by them is Run. It's such a good comfort song, and I love it. I love BTS. Jungkook, my beloved. Jungkook, my bias. My golden maknae. I really need to get back into it, but at the same time, K-pop stands are crazy. Takoyan! In case y'all don't know who Takoyan is, or you probably don't, Takoyan is a Japanese artist and rapper who has made a lot of, like, interesting, like, songs about, like, depressing shit, but the artist himself is such a meme. He wears, like, girls' clothes, like, he wears a lot of, like, high school girl uniforms, and he's so adorable and funny, and he says, and I quote, "There's no greater romance than bromance." He's a straight guy, by the way, but he's like one of the best allies for LGBT rap, even though he's straight, and yeah. Oh!
Oops. Excuse me. Just going to slip right past you there. Excuse me. Pardon me.
No. Go ahead, Wombat, go ahead. Sorry. I was in your way. My bad. Yeah, if you want, like, good, like, catchy, rap music, but also, like, songs about, like, mental health, or, like, the school system, or, LGBT shit, I highly recommend Takoyan. Give him a listen. And made me check out, videos of, like, the artist being a meme, because he's such an adorable meme. And Daft Punk. I love Daft Punk. Yes, I'm one of those bitches who loves Daft Punk. I originally got into them, because of their anime, Interstellar 5555, and I just grew to love their music since then. My favorite song by them is One More Time. But my favorite album by them is Discovery. My top TV show is Hell of a Boss. I love it. It's beautifully animated. I love the character designs. I love the humor. It's just, yeah. I love Hell of a Boss. Anybody who disrespects Hell of a Boss or Hazbin Hotel here is banned. Like, I understand if you don't like it, but please don't disrespect it here, like, in my presence. It's just such a huge comfort show for me. Steven Universe. I love Steven Universe. Spinella's best gem. I'm sorry, I'm not wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. Spinella's best gem. She is Baby. And when I first saw the movie with her song, I cried. She did not deserve the abuse she got. I love Spinell. Smiling Friends. It's a new Adult Swim cartoon. Well, newish since it came out like early last year. It's so fucking funny. It's about like this like company called Smiling Friends who goes up to people and tries to make them smile. The animation is so weird. Like, the humor is weird, but it works. It's like Rick and Morty humor, but far superior to Rick and Morty. BoJack Horseman. Ah, yes. The series that made me even get Netflix, even though now I kind of regret getting Netflix. I love BoJack Horseman. It got me into feels. It makes me feel things I didn't think I needed to feel. Like, yeah, the first season's slow because it's mostly comedy, but it's so good. I love BoJack Horseman. If you guys like depressing shows, but also like really good animated shows, I highly recommend BoJack Horseman. Malcolm in the Middle. I actually binged Malcolm in the Middle like last summer during quarantine. I love Malcolm in the Middle. It's so funny. It really is so funny. There's a lot of comedic gold moments. My favorite moment from the show was when Dewey is like, "I expect nothing yet I'm still disappointed. My Little Pony Friendship is magic." That's pretty much the show that got me on the internet. I got into the fandom, and I was like looking up OCs, and I'm like, oh, I want to make one. I made one, and that's how I made like my friends. It's how I met Season, and that's how I met Momo, believe it or not. But back then, Momo went by Pastel Prose and wrote fan fictions, and that's how I met them. I go into a bit more detail about it in one of my videos about like how I met my fandom siblings. The new gen is okay, but nothing can beat Gen 4. I kind of want to redo my Pony Sona again because I'm just not really feeling it anymore, but I don't know. That's just me. Parks and Rec. To answer earlier, Wombat, I have seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I need to catch up on it because I'm still not on the final season yet, but I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine and I love Parks and Rec. I kind of want to rewatch Parks and Rec now because it's so funny. Adventure Time. Probably like my number one fandom. I love Adventure Time so much. It's such a silly show, and believe it or not, my very first crush when I was a kid was Finn from Adventure Time, and my very first girl crush was Flame Princess. Bubbleline all day, every day. Hell yeah! I used to not ship Bubbleline that much until the final episode and on the Adventure Time Distant Lands with their story. It was so cute. The Boys! Probably one of my my favorite dark series of all time. Before there was Invincible on Amazon Prime, there was The Boys. It's a dark superhero show. It's really good. If you guys liked Invincible, you'll love The Boys. It's not animated, but it's so good. And Umbrella Academy. The latest season was like really good of Umbrella Academy. I can't wait for the new season. My favorite video games. I love Pokemon, obviously. I'm literally doing a Nuzlocke and I played a couple Pokemon games. My favorite of the series is Pokemon X. I love the music. I love how pretty it is. I love the Danganronpa series. My favorite of the games is Danganronpa 2. Good characters, good story, yeah. Especially Fujiko, my beloved. Mikon Sumiki, my beloved. Hell yeah, we love Mikon here. We love everybody in Danganronpa 2, except for Mahiru and Hyoko. They can rot. I love Dead by Daylight. Obviously, I play it a lot. And I blame Myth and Rainbow for getting me into it. Minecraft. Obviously, I love Minecraft. I'm literally in like a bunch of Minecraft servers. I'm obsessed with Minecraft. I love Doki Doki Literature Club. Obviously, I literally just finished a playthrough of it with Mel and if Meow's still in chat. Yeah. I love Doki Doki. Even though the game's like overrated now, I love it. I love the character so much. Sayori's best girl. Sorry, I'm not wrong. I love Nekopara. Yes, I know Nekopara is a bit controversial now, but I still love it. It's the reason why I'm me. Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing so much. It's a comfort game, and I really need to replay it because I'm still trying to get Sasha on my island. Stupid femboy bunny bitch. Miitopia. I love Miitopia. It's such a fun game. I want to do like another Miitopia series, but I get like a bunch of friends in, and they get to control like what their character wears, like what class their character is, etc. Project Diva! It's my favorite rhythm game. I love Miku and I love rhythm games. So combine Miku and rhythm games, you get Project Diva. I wish they would add more songs to it, but they did not, and it's homophobic that they did not add more songs to it. And Cookie Run Kingdom. I'm addicted to that game. Like, ask pros. I'm literally addicted to Cookie Run. Also, Cherry Blossom Cookie's best cookie. Sorry, I'm not wrong. My favorite movie of all time is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's beautifully animated. I love the story. We get best boy Miles Morales. I love him. Yes, I was a little bit sad that the new movie was going to be delayed by a couple years, but you can't rush perfection. I can't wait for the new movie. I am down to wait a million years for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel. I can't wait. Wolf Children! Probably my fave anime movie, like, ever. I love Wolf Children. I have a little funny story about Wolf Children, actually. I remember my friend Season was having a live stream where she was watching Wolf Children with Momo and I think a couple other people. And I couldn't show up until later because I was doing musical shit because I was a theater kid. And when I showed up, it was the part where the dad died. I was like, hey guys, what's going on? Oh god, why are you just showing that part? Like, that was the worst time to show up, and we all laugh about it now. Anchorman, my favorite comedy movie series of all time. I love Anchorman 2 more, but both Anchorman movies are great. I love them. Yeah, they're a bit too raunchy, but they're classics, man. Like, you can't go wrong with them. Plus, you know, Paul Rudd, also known as Ant-Man, is in it, so yeah. My favorite horror movie is It, but 2017. It's so good. I love It 2017. I love the characters. I love the slight comedic moments. I love the interactions between the kids. It's just such a good movie. It Chapter 2 wasn't as good as Chapter 1, but it did its job. It did its job, yeah. I love the Saw series. Yes, Saw. Fun fact, Saw was my introduction to horror. Yep. And my favorite of the Saw movies is Saw 6 because I love the traps involved. I love how political it got, and I got a kick out of it because the actor that played the OG Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid was in it, and he killed someone with hydrochloric acid, so that's funny. My favorite Marvel movie is Shang-Chi. It's really good. I love it. I watched it with Rainbow, and I literally pointed out, like, all the characters I would fuck, which is, like, mostly everybody I would fuck in Shang-Chi. I love it. Beautifully animated. I love the fight choreography. Just, My favorite Pixar movie is Turning Red. It's really funny. It's very wholesome. I want a plushie of the Mei Mei Panda. I just want a plushie of Mei Mei Red Panda Girl. I love Turning Red. I will gladly rewatch that movie like a million times. It's so good. I love it. And it made me feel so nostalgic. Train to Busan, my favorite zombie horror movie. I remember when I first watched it, I was so passionate about it. Like, I was like rooting for the people to survive. Like, the zombies are like so fast paced. and the actors and it was so fucking good. I just love everything about Train to Busan. I can go on and on about Train to Busan. The side story, Shoal Station was okay. Like, it was anime, which is cool, but the sequel, Peninsula, is not that good. That's a fun fact. You know the guy that played Gilgamesh in Marvel Eternals? He's in Train to Busan. If you want a good zombie horror movie, I highly recommend Train to Busan. Unfortunately, it is getting a North American remake because, yay! Who cares about reading subtitles? Money! Parasite! This movie clearly deserved getting a Movie of the Year in the Golden Globes. It's so good. Like, yes, it's a foreign movie, but who the fuck cares? It's so entertaining. It had me on the edge of my seat. It's so thrilling. I will gladly show everybody this movie if I could. If you like a good thriller movie and you don't care if it's foreign, I highly recommend Parasite. Please watch it. And of course I like Encanto. It's a beautifully animated movie. I love the colors, I love the music, and Mirabella's baby and I will protect her. And yes, we don't talk about Bruno. I mean, now we do. Alright, my character inspirations. First, we got Chocolat from Nekopara. I mean, yeah, like every girl from Nekopara is like pretty much my inspiration, but Chocolat hits different. I love her. She's best girl. She's Bibi. I love her. And I'm totally called dibs on playing her once we get to the Nekopara series. I love Chocolat. She is Bibi. Next inspiration. As I mentioned, Yui, Angel Beats is the reason why I go by Yui. This bitch is why I go by Yui. She is so energetic. She's so, like, hyper and crazy. I love her. She has pink hair and she's adorable and I love Yui from Angel Beats. She's best girl. Anybody who disagrees will be banned. Next girl. Nyatan from Etotama. She's a dumb bitch cat girl who lives in Akihabara and I love that. In case you guys don't know what Etotama is, it's an anime about the Chinese zodiac, but they're cute moe anime girls. And Nyatan represents the cat, even though, you know, cat's not a zodiac sign, but she wants to be part of the zodiac, so she just, yeah. It's just her trying to be part of the zodiac. I love Nyatan, she's a dumb bitch. Umaru from Umaru-chan. Dummy, brat, little sister character. Oh wait, I'm not a brat, but she's just such a brat. And she's such a weeb, and I love her, and I relate to her so much. I love Himoto Umaru-chan. I know, like, a lot of people hate the anime because they find her annoying, but I think the anime is charming. I thought it was funny, to be honest. And Nyatan from Osamatsu-san. As soon as I saw her character design, I fell in love with her. Yeah, she's not an actual cat girl, but I love her design. She's just a cute cat girl, even though it's just all an act, but I love her. I love Nyatan. Nyatan, my beloved. Next, my VTuber inspirations. First, we got the VTuber who introduced me to VTubing in the first place. Project Melody. Okay, technically, it was Kizuna Ai that introduced me to VTubing, but we don't really talk about Kizuna Ai since she got into NFTs. And as we say here, NFTs can rot. Anyway, I originally discovered Mel from this one web series called Lover Host, which was a Twitch series about a little dating game. And Mel was the contestant where people were trying to win her heart. And that's how I discovered her. And then I eventually discovered her other content, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I love Project Melody. She is both lewd and wholesome. Lewdsome, if you will. Next, we have the VTuber that got me to love VTubers, and that's Korone Inugami. I love Korone. She is Bibi. She's adorable. I don't really watch a lot of Hololive nowadays, but when I do, I usually watch Korone a lot. My favorite clip of hers is when she tries to sing the alphabet song, but she just fucks it up.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, Z.
And if you guys want like a cute dog VTuber to watch, I highly recommend Korone. Next, we have... Oh look! It's my very first VTuber dad, Isaac! My VTuber dad, Isaac, also known as Nebby Lilac. I just want to preface by saying this. There is nothing wrong with my original model whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with the original model. I just want to say that. I love my original model, but as I continued streaming, I just noticed that since I don't have a full body model, I just felt kind of limited because I didn't think I would need a full body model, but it turns out I did. and I wanted to commission Isaac again, but unfortunately his prices have increased since then. Like, nothing wrong with that, of course, because, you know, he deserves it. He deserves all the praise. He's such a good VTuber and artist. But, yeah, it's just, I couldn't really afford it anymore, so, yeah. But I love Isaac. Like, when I originally got into VTubing, like, I wanted to be a VTuber, but I thought you needed, like, an expensive setup in order to do it. But Isaac showed me that anyone can be a VTuber, even if you have, like, a laggy setup. Because when I originally, like, discovered Isaac's content, his streams were, like, lagging sometimes, but he always kept a smile on his face, and he was always so confident, and I love him. So yes, Isaac will always be my VTuber dad, even though I don't use Season 1 UE anymore. Next, we have the VTuber behind my brand, Natasha Nieners. When I first got into, like, my character, I thought I would always have to be, cute and wholesome. Nieners showed me that, like, just because a cute model doesn't mean you have to always be say-so, and I'm glad. I don't like being say-so, even though that's one of my routines, but I'll talk about it later. I am say-sont, just like Nieners, and I want to be just like her, a cursed cat girl, even though technically Nieners isn't a cat girl, she's an Elder Tor, but still, whatever, potato potato. And finally, we have my favorite VTuber of all time, Iron Mouse. I love Mousy so much, she's just the best VTuber. She shows me that, like, she's like my inspiration, she's cute, she's funny, she's small, she's pink, I love Mousy. And the day I get to be on stream with her is the day I die. Like, die happy. It's one of my goals to meet her, and I hope one day I get to meet her. If you're somehow watching this, Mousy, which I doubt you will because I'm so small, hi. I love you, queen. Plus, most of my VShojo merch is of hers. I think I'm wearing an Iron Mouse t-shirt right now. Yeah, I'm wearing an Iron Mouse t-shirt right now. Finally, my goals. Give more love to smaller VTubers, because I know what it's like to be a smaller VTuber. Hell, I'm still a small VTuber, and I know what it's like to start out small. Twitch's algorithm can be bullshit sometimes. Make lots of friends. Basically like the goal of Komi-san, where like Komi-san wants to make 100 friends. I want to make 1,000,000 friends. I met so many friends throughout this entire community, and I want to make more. There's never a bad thing as too many friends. I just want to make more VTuber friends, so be my friend. And try and be more social and talkative on stream. As you guys are well aware, my streams are like mostly quiet because most of the time I don't know what to talk about. Like sometimes I'm like silent, sometimes I'm just don't talk at all, or I'm like really quiet, and sometimes that can make my streams boring, and I understand that. But most of the time I don't know what to talk about, and that's okay. Like, I want to try and be more social and talkative, even if I have nothing to talk about. So if I am quiet, please be patient with me. Please don't say my stream is boring. It's really disheartening. I'm trying my best. Social anxiety can be a bitch sometimes. Have fun! I'm already having fun streaming, so I want to have more fun. And also maybe Twitch partner wouldn't hurt too. Literally my last goal for my first debut was Twitch affiliate, and I have Twitch affiliate now, so let's aim for Twitch partner. Let's go! Next, my credits. As I said, my model and rigging was done by Chiara. And fun fact, thanks to Chiara, pretty much in a way thanks to Chiara, I probably wouldn't have met Rainbow. When I first discovered Chiara, I discovered Myth. I discovered Chiara and I saw that they made this model. I'm like, oh, this seems cool. So I followed Myth and just, yeah, Myth's very poggers. And then Myth introduced me to Rainbow, and yeah. So if it weren't for Chiara, I probably wouldn't have met Rainbow and probably other friends in the community. So thank you so much, Chiara, for making my life more fun. Thank you so much, Chiara, for making my model. Your art is really cool and poggers. Everyone, please give them some love. My background was made by Amorphia, or Amorphia1. When I first discovered this artist, fun fact, I was like mostly looking for a new background for like my VTuber model. And fun fact, when I first discovered them, Emi Richu debuted her model, and I did not know that Emi Richu commissioned Amorphia to make her background. So if you want to see another cool background like mine, check out Emi Richu's stream, because Amorphia made hers too. If you want a good background for your VTuber, I highly recommend Amorphia. My emotes and panels were made by Ruby Mooney. I love Ruby. They are such a sweetheart to work with. She's such a sweetheart. I love her. Like she's been there with me like since like I got Twitch affiliate. Like She's like my go-to artist when it comes to like panels and Twitch emotes. She is such a good artist and she's such a sweetheart and I love her. My starting soon screen was made by Beefish. I love Beefish. I love her art so much. And as soon as I saw that she had commissions open, I immediately grasped to getting a starting soon screen, and she did such a good job with my starting soon screen. As you can see here, there's a little fan art corner, so if you want to make me fan art, I will display it on stream. Not NSFW fan art, but still fan art. So yeah, if you guys want to like check out a good artist with a cute style, I highly recommend Beefish. My animated alerts was made by October, Kenneth October. They are such a delight to work with. I love talking to them even when it's not about like commissions. Like we always blab about Danganronpa. I love them. Oh! Wombat, thank you so much for gifting us up to Julio! Yep, see that little alert right there. That was made by October. And fun fact, they are also a VTuber. They are a Demon Rat VTuber. Check them out at twitch.tv/KennethOctober. My profile picture was made by Sky Vixie. I love Vixie's art so much. I originally discovered her when I went to BronyCon. And I wanted a cute icon, so I just commissioned her for mine, and yeah. And my banner and logo was made by my good pal Scheidler. She is a sweetie. I love Shy. I originally discovered her through animation memes, and we just became close friends. We became even closer throughout the last year, and I love her. And she's also trying to be a PNG tuber, so please give her some love, twitch.tv/Scheidler. So, in conclusion, get paid, get laid, Gatorade. Alright, that's it. That's my presentation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will accept all the praise. We have new channel point rewards. First, we have Uwu and Ya, both for 400. If you are doing them, I will go Uwu or Ya. Then we have Say So for 10 minutes for 1,500 points, which means I will not say anything lewd or curse for 10 minutes. Then we have Ya Speak for 10 minutes for 2,000. Which means for 10 minutes, every sentence I make will end with yeah. And finally, we have our last one, Bottom Collar for 30 minutes. Title basically says it all. I wear a collar that says bottom on it for 30 minutes. There, I have a bottom collar on now. I hope you guys are happy. Oh yeah, and let me guys show you my new expressions. I got angry eyes, obviously. I got the angry eyes. I got the crying eyes, because, you know, I'm a little sad bitch. I got the laughing eyes when something really funny happens. And also, Chiara included these eyes in free of charge. I got little sparkly star eyes. Star eyes, I love them. Thank you so much again, Chiara, for making my model. Don't worry, the credits have been updated on my Twitch page, so please check them out if you haven't yet.